For more information on today's program, contact Erica Taylor Montgomery at threegirlsmedia.com. Now, back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Good morning and welcome back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW, the Wall Street Business Network, where we help you punch through the competition and deliver a total knockout with your public relations, your marketing, your social media, and so much more. If you'd like to get some more great tips on PR, social media, and mobile marketing, it's very easy to do. Simply visit the blog that I have at my company, threegirlsmedia.com. We post articles now 6 days a week, and there is literally an archive of thousands of posts. So this is really a wealth of information there that you can use to your advantage, and all of it applies to small and mid-sized companies. Just visit threegirlsmedia.com and click on the tab that goes to the blog. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and our guest is Adam Helway of Secret Sushi Creative, and we've been talking this hour about going mobile, which is really the key to maximizing your marketing in 2013. And so far, all the things that we've discussed on the show today apply to your business this instant, right now. I mentioned at the top of the show that Three Girls Media and Marketing just launched our mobile-friendly website within the last few weeks. And, you know, it's beautiful. It works terrific on smartphones, looks beautiful on tablet devices, and still looks great on laptops and desktops too. But it was really designed to work well with mobile, because I know that using Google Analytics, which you can get for your website simply by going to google.com/analytics. It's free and very easy to sign up. And Google Analytics provides you tremendous information about what is happening on your website. And one of the things that I know because of the Google Analytics that we have set up for Three Girls is that 40% of the website traffic that we get comes from mobile devices. These are people looking up our website from their smartphones or from their tablets. And then we've also charted our business and where our business comes from over the last couple of years. And I know now that about 60% of our clients actually find us on the internet. And that is the way that they come into the fold at Three Girls Media, is because they initially found us somewhere online, either through one of our social media channels, through our mobile-friendly website, through something like Google Maps or Google Places. Whatever it may be, you know, we're online in a lot of different locales, but that's really how people are finding us today. And so it's critically important for my company to be mobile. And, you know, I think that no matter what kind of industry you're in, whether you're a brick and mortar business, whether you're an online company, that, you know, making sure you're cognizant and using mobile to your advantage is absolutely key. So why don't we talk a little bit, Adam, about what's going to happen next in the world of mobile? If people are going to get on board right now and get a mobile-friendly website, do a little mobile SEO, and then we've talked a little bit about mobile marketing as well. What does the future hold for the world of mobile?
So some really interesting stuff. So right now we're really starting to see peak out just a little bit, and it's going to continue to develop a lot of other advertising opportunities and ways to provide offers in multiple platforms. So as we talked about, Pandora's number one, and the reason Pandora's number one currently is because the other guys are still trying to figure things out. And it was just talked about, I think, within the last month that Facebook has finally seen for the first time that its mobile users eclipse its desktop users who are accessing its website. And so what that means is it's going to become even more important for social networks like Facebook and others that have location information to start providing more creative opportunities instead of just straight ads. So things that provide offers, like Foursquare allows you to provide offers, Yelp does, Google Local does, and Facebook also has offers. And so those are something that is starting to be more developed, and that's just, you know, touching the tip of the iceberg for the future. Even more so, I think the digital wallet is going to be a very, very big thing. It's starting to come to fruition a bit here. And what I mean by that is, again, you talked about this friend or somebody that you know that had misplaced their wallet and said they would rather not misplace their phone. Well, in the end, they're going to be merged together to a point where your wallet knows who you are, it knows where you are, it knows what time of day it is, it knows, I think I said wallet, but I meant the phone. And it knows all those things about you. It has context and when you change where you are and what time of day it is and what altitude you're at and all those things. It knows all those things. And in fact, you just add transactions to that and it can actually know what you like. You add Facebook to that. It knows what you like, who you know, what you've already liked on Facebook. So when you combine all those things together, it adds so much more personal context to what you're doing that the ability to walk into a store, for instance, and potentially be recognized as Erica Taylor, who likes this particular color when it comes to your clothes that you purchase, or when you go to a restaurant that you like these sorts of things, and being able to use your device as a way to let folks know what's relevant to you, and not in a way that really, there's always going to be this privacy discussion, but the bottom line is just like with most social networks, amongst other places, it's about what you provide access to, what you opt in to let people know about. And so businesses will be able to take advantage of that a bit more. I think those that kind of step beyond those bounds as well, if they were to take advantage of some of the features available to find and engage with people, meaning that you're not just throwing out an ad, but what keeps an individual from putting up a search query on Twitter that says, show me people who are within this radius of this location that are talking about wanting ice cream. And then I'm an ice cream shop that happens to be a mile or two from there, and I can engage with them. I think the tools that will allow us to do those things will be much more accessible. But again, the digital wallet is going to be a really, really incredible thing in regards to providing relevant marketing opportunities for both the brands and the customers right there in the store when you're walking around, and in a lot of ways almost passively. So you don't have to actually be sitting there and saying, I'm here, or checking into a place. The information can be shared if you opt in. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, and that's really remarkable, but I can so see that that's where the world of mobile can easily go. People put so much information about what they like and what they do online, whether it's through their social networks, through their websites or blogs, through checking in at various places like Foursquare. And then, of course, you've got this whole geo-mapping thing that your smartphone and tablets are capable of doing, with GPS embedded into these devices and being able to know exactly where you are physically at any given time. I mentioned earlier in the show that I was recently up in Seattle visiting the employees that I have up there, and I used Siri on my iPhone to find all kinds of things that I needed: restaurants, gas, directions, whatever it was. And it was so convenient. And of course, that phone knew exactly where I was at any given time, so it could recommend things within a certain radius of where I was. And I found that so convenient for traveling. But the reality is that you don't have to be traveling to really get use out of things like that in this day and age. The real issue is that people are using their smartphones and their tablets for things like this locally where they live.
And two other things that I'd say would likely be big trends. So we're going to see mobile marketing is not only about being on tablets and being on smartphones. Screens anywhere can become opportunities for mobile marketing because of the context of where you are. So, for instance, this last year, we saw, I believe it was Ford and Chevy, two of the biggest automakers in America, announce SDKs, which are software development kits for their platforms that they have within their vehicles, which basically means we want to give this to app developers the same as we've done for tablets and smartphones. We want to give this platform to you to build applications that will be useful for people while they're driving. Now, of course, that's different context when they're doing that, but imagine Pandora Radio becoming Pandora Radio directly in your car now, which it likely is in a number of vehicles, but becoming much more accessible to the average person with these platforms, or things like Waze, which are showing you where to go with crowdsourced directions, but also providing opportunities to get a discount at a gas station or other places that travelers might do. You yourself could potentially take advantage of that opportunity to advertise, whether it be on Pandora or whether there's some other ad platform that shows up in the vehicle as well. And then one other thing is commerce. So mobile commerce or using mobile devices for commerce. People, studies have shown that tablets have become really kind of the shopping tool of choice for folks that are at home, and then the smartphones for the folks that are actually out in the brick and mortar stores. And so I think we'll see that evolve to a point where in some cases you don't even have to see the real product all laid out with hundreds of them on a shelf. You can actually go up to, for instance, maybe a screen or a coupon or something like that and scan those sorts of things and have them brought out to you in a bag. And I mean, that goes obviously far, far beyond that. But how can you integrate with those systems is something to keep an eye on in the future.
Absolutely. You've been listening to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW, the Wall Street Business Network. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and today's show has all been about mobile marketing. We are going to wrap up that discussion when we come back from the break, and it's not too late for you to call in with your questions. You can reach us at 800-516-1220, and we'll be right back.